Right, I'm going to show you how to rig up some rabbit snares. In front of you can see we've got a peg pre-drilled, a couple of sets of pliers. There's two types of snares here. One of these is the S-link snare, which is a quick release snare, which Charlie's now going to show us slightly more detail. As you can see on the end of this here, we've got this quick release. So if an animal, non-target species like a cat or a badger, was to accidentally get caught in this snare, or even a dog, then this will release the animal unharmed. The other snare we're going to show you is a standard rabbit snare with a deer stop, which is this piece here, which allows the snare to close up, but only down to a certain sort of diameter to stop animals from being caught by the legs. This snare does not release non-target species, so when you're setting these snares, make sure that you're only snaring on rabbit runs that you know pretty well only being used by rabbits, really, to keep within the law. Now Charlie's now going to show us the method that we use, that we find best. It's not saying it's everybody's method. We use good old-fashioned baler twine because it's cheap and it's replaceable. He's going to pass that through the hole in the peg, create a nice even loop, tie a knot quite close to the peg there, and now he'll attach the teeler, which is a single teeler. There are figure of 4 teelers as well, but we tend to use the single teelers. Again, same method, attach the teeler and then tie a loop. Now Charlie's going to hold this up for us. You'll see the reason behind having this in here is when you want to pull the snare up out the ground, you can put the handle of a hammer or even use another snare peg to put that through there, which makes it easy lifting it out of the ground. Now Charlie's going to attach the snare now to the teeler. What he'll do now is he'll first loop that through, and then it will then go in through the eye of the teeler. And then form a loop in the brass wire. He'll put 2 turns on this, which is just a locking knot, so that when a rabbit is caught in the snare, this will act as a swivel, which will help protect your snares from being damaged, from being cut. So the last thing you want to do is end up having these rabbits escaping because they've frayed the wire. Just pull that like that, nice and tight, and then he'll put 2.5 turns roughly around the teeler, which basically just helps to lock it in place. Just going around there like that a couple of times. Now Charlie can now hold the snare up with the peg. You'll see there, that is a complete snare. Those excess pieces of string covered by the teeler there, obviously you would trim them off, leave about 1 inch, 1.5 inches there. Yeah, there you go, that's a complete rabbit snare, ready to be set. Like I said, always set snares where you're sure that only rabbits are using them. Do not set them near the public areas, public footpaths, or near to houses, just to make sure that you're not catching things that you shouldn't be catching. Excellent. We'll catch up with you again soon.